Hi, I'm Dr. Jen Haley, and I've been a board-certified dermatologist for 20 years, and I wanted to speak today about seborrheic dermatitis and psoriasis. So seborrheic dermatitis, seborrheic in Latin means oily, and seborrheic dermatitis is basically redness, greasy scales that occur around the nose and the beard area of the face, and sometimes the eyebrows, typically hair-bearing, oily areas of the face. And the other way it may present is red, scaly areas of the scalp. So in its mildest form, it's just dandruff, but in its more severe form, it can be very thick scales, redness and itching, and then obviously the flakes that you don't want to see on your face. And seborrheic dermatitis, we think, is related to two things. So the way I look at it, it's basically an overreaction of the immune system to a normal yeast that lives on the skin. So there's two ways to really attack it or treat it. One is to reduce the population of that yeast and get it more in homeostasis and in balance in the skin, because our skin has numerous microorganisms. It has a whole microbiome, and it needs to be in this beautiful harmonious balance. And when it's not, and the malassezia, the yeast, can overgrow, what happens is the immune system becomes hyperactive towards it. So the second way to treat seborrheic dermatitis is by reducing the overactive immune response to the seborrheic dermatitis. And that's how we treat seborrheic dermatitis. Usually people who are predisposed to it, I find that stress management and reducing cortisol levels can help keep it under control. It can also be associated with certain conditions like Parkinson's and HIV and other things, making it more difficult to treat. But it's a very common condition, usually unassociated with other diseases, and very, very treatable. We just have to find the right recipe for each person. Now, when it does affect the scalp, some people will think it's psoriasis, and psoriasis will classically affect the scalp, but typically it doesn't affect the face. And with psoriasis, the plaques are much thicker, they're white and they're thick, and they tend to affect the frontal hairline and the posterior hairline, the back of the hair. Whereas seborrheic dermatitis tends to be diffusely throughout the scalp. So that's how I tell the difference between both. There are some products that can be used topically to help treat both over the counter and through your board certified dermatologist. But if you want to know the diagnosis, go to a specialist. Hi, I'm Dr.